When the Chicago Bulls originally signed Demar Derozan, it was viewed as a signing that was pretty solid because with Derozan, he could help the Bulls make the playoffs and stuff, and he was like a fringe all-star type of guy. But it also had a lot of negative haters, and people were saying they overpaid for him, and that at best they're gonna be the 6th seed in the conference, and that they just have so much money on their team and stuff like that. There even was an article that said it was the worst signing of the offseason, and no one was really disagreeing with it that much. But now DeRozan's having one of the best seasons of his career, and despite him playing so amazing and leading his team to one of the best records in the league, he's not really mentioned at all in the MVP conversation. That has led me to make this video where I'll just be giving DeRozan's props and just explaining why he should be in the MVP conversation. But before we get into the video, I ask you to drop a like on this video as it does help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to go over 3,000 subscribers. Also, drop a comment on this video as I do respond to all of my comments. And play that intro. Definitely the biggest thing in favor for DeRozan's MVP case probably has to be the fact that he's putting up MVP numbers. This season by far has been his best season. DeRozan's averaging 28 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on crazy efficiency, shooting 52% from the field and 35% from 3. Those are some of the most impressive numbers in the league. He's top 5 in the league in scoring, and this is in a season where a bunch of guys are just scoring the ball crazy. There are 12 players in the league right now averaging over 25 points, which probably has to be a record or something. And the fact that DeRozan's a top 5 scorer in the league just shows how elite his stats are. There's barely any other guys in the league scoring the ball better than him right now. And it's not like DeRozan's just scoring a bunch of points, not affecting any other aspects of the game. He's still giving you 5 rebounds and 5 assists, which shows his versatility as a player. He's also one of the most efficient scorers in the league. He has a 60% true shooting percentage, which is way above average, especially for a perimeter scorer. DeRozan's just been fantastic. Numbers are as impressive as anyone in the league. Obviously, he doesn't have the most impressive numbers in the league. He doesn't have numbers like a Joel Embiid, Jokic, or a Giannis. But those guys are just putting up historical great numbers. Not everyone is going to be able to put up numbers like them to the point where they're like historical numbers, but DeRozan definitely is putting up some of the better numbers in the league. And remember, I'm not saying DeRozan is the MVP. I'm just saying he should be in the conversation. But I'm not gonna lie, as of recently, DeRozan has had a lot of hype surrounding his name because he's probably been the best player in the month of February. Because in the month of February, he's averaging 36 points, 6 rebounds, shooting 58% from the field and 38% from 3. I believe he had like 7 or 8 straight games of 35 points or more, and he was doing it on like over 50% from the field, going absolutely crazy. And right now, like, I wasn't saying he's not playing good before, but right now he's actually building some hype surrounding his name because he's playing better than anyone else in the league. He's definitely going to get some more respect like in these upcoming weeks. He also had multiple MVP moments, because when you think of MVPs in the past, they always have like that game or that moment that just makes you think, wow, that guy's the MVP. DeRozan has multiple things like that because if you remember, he had back-to-back game winners and back-to-back nights, which is something that's never been done before. He just had so much 30 and 40-point games. He's also been hitting countless big-time shots for the Bulls. He is their closer. It's not even Zach LaVine, and I'm not saying Zach LaVine's not clutch, but DeRozan has just been better when it comes to clutch buckets than him. He's one of the league leaders in fourth quarter points, and he's top 5 in the league when it comes to that. This guy's just been absolutely amazing. We should give him all his credit and his flowers. He deserves it, but he should be in the MVP conversation because I've seen many like reports say that Rudy Gobert is over him in the MVP race, which is just absolutely embarrassing. Also, when you realize that DeRozan isn't just putting up good numbers and not winning that much games, his numbers are literally contributing to a top 5 team in the NBA right now. At the making of this video, the Bulls are tied for the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference, and in the whole league, they have the 5th best record in the league. This guy's being one of the most efficient top 5 scorers in the league while leading to his team to a top 5 record in the league and the best record in his conference. Definitely is someone who should be in the MVP conversation. Also, when you realize DeRozan has just been great the whole season, he hasn't had a month or just a long stretch of games where he wasn't playing good. He's just been great all season, and he's been leading the Bulls to such a great record. The Bulls have also been a team that have been riddled with injuries. So far this season, the Bulls have played 60 games. DeRozan has only missed 4 of them, which isn't that much, but his co-star Zach LaVine has missed 12 games, which is kind of significant. Lonzo Ball, their starting point guard, has missed 25 games, which is very significant. Kobe White, their sixth man, has missed 20 games. Alex Caruso, one of their key bench players, has missed 32 games. A lot of the Bulls' best players have missed a significant amount of time, yet they're still at the top of the conference. The only guy who has been consistently playing every single game without getting injured is DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic. But obviously, DeRozan's the one who's keeping them afloat. So he definitely deserves credit for that, because the Bulls have dealt with injuries as hard as any other team in the league, yet they're still good. And the biggest reason is because of DeRozan, because there's a lot of credit for what he's been able to do this season. He's having his best year at his age. Honestly, it's inspirational. I'm not going to say he's going to win the MVP. I'm not going to even say he deserves to win the MVP. Just put some respect on his names when it comes to that conversation. But even though I would love to see DeRozan win the MVP, he's simply not going to win it. And to be honest, there's not like a big problem that's holding him back from being the MVP. Because with some other candidates I discussed in like these series of videos, I either said like their stats weren't good enough to be an MVP, their team wasn't winning enough, maybe they missed too much games, maybe they had too much of like a bad stretch. DeRozan hasn't really faced any of those problems. It's just the simple fact that the other candidates are just better than him when it comes to their case for the MVP. For example, Joel Embiid's case is because his stats are way better. He's also leading his team to a top three record in his conference, and he's just been way more valuable to his team. Nikola Jokic is kind of the same. He's leading his team to a winning record. He's putting up historical level stats, something we've never ever seen from a center. He's also leading one of the worst supporting cast to a playoff spot in the tough Western Conference. When it comes to Giannis, he's putting up his usual crazy numbers while winning games, being really valuable. Simply, it's not DeRozan's fault that he's not going to win the MVP. It's just because other players have just been playing at historical levels. You can't really ask DeRozan to play better than he already is, but he's having an amazing season. I think after the month he's having in February, everyone's going to view him as a top 5 guy in the MVP race. If you ask me what my order is right now, I would say Joel Embiid is first, and he's my prediction to win the MVP. Nikola Jokic would be second, and Giannis would be third. Those 3 are interchangeable, but I think Embiid, I'm really comfortable in Embiid, especially with them getting Harden now. Then I think I would have Steph Curry or DeRozan at the 4 and 5 spot. Don't get it twisted, DeRozan is up there. Definitely should be in the conversation. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know who you think is going to win the MVP. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to go over 3,000 subscribers, also drop a comment on this video as I do respond to all of my comments. And play that intro.